a major mistake people make in jiu-jitsu is that they don't start to compete when they're a white belt. And I think part of that really is a lot of what I talk about with competitors or fighters is you really have to be honest with yourself. If it's not a desire to compete, it doesn't really matter. I'd still probably suggest, like doing some form of competition in your life, because it has some benefits to you. But if if it's inside you that, like, I really want to do this, like I really want to compete, I want to be a competitor, I want to win medals, I think some people are scared to even say that to other people. They don't want to verbalize it, and what generally tends to happen is because they don't get it out there and they don't put almost enough pressure on themselves to commit to that. But I think, and what I hear a lot from people in jiu-jitsu is like, oh, I'm going to compete when I get better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to compete, but I just need to be a bit fitter or a bit better, or my half guard game needs to, just insert whatever made up thing stopping them from competing in this box here, and then just, I'm going to compete when it's here.
Yeah.
If you want to compete, you just have to go. You have to go and start getting some experience, and it might be scary, but if that's something you want to do, and you don't let the first stage really to sports psychology is not letting your own mind block you from your goals.
Mm-hmm.
And there has to be some degree of action to that. So if you do want to compete, go and do it. No matter what stage you're at now, prepare yourself, set yourself a goal. If someone said to me, like, I want to be a competitor in jiu-jitsu, I'd say, okay, well, we're going to get you a competition within the next 2 months. I wouldn't say, oh, well, wait till you've got, this is better, or this is better, or this is better. If it was someone who said to me, I want to be an MMA fighter, I'd say, okay, well, you need to be at this level of skill first, so that you don't get yourself a permanent injury.
Yeah.
Like, so you're not going to get brain damage. But for someone that wants to be a jiu-jitsu competitor, I'd say, well, just go and do it now. Pretty much no matter where you are, because you're not going to get brain damage out of it. You might lose the match, but you might win the match. If you get them started when they're a white belt, everyone's a white belt.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a good chance of coming out of it without an injury. So let's go and get you in there, and let's see how you react to that, and let's build from there. And because what will happen otherwise is, if you leave it, like, even if you're committed to being a competitor and you're training hard every day, you could quite easily go up a belt level in 6 months. So if you're going to leave it 6 months, you're only going to compete at blue belt, and then reinsert next excuse there.
Yeah.
Well, I've watched this guy in competition and he's really good, and I don't think I can beat him. So that's always going to be the case. Some good advice I received from Quinn Powditch when I was a white belt was, when I just got my blue belt, was I was a bit worried about going to my first competition because it was 4 days later.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, well, I haven't completed a blue belt yet. It was the first time I really felt any nerves. And he just said, well, no one's going to give a shit when you win a black belt medal what you did at blue belt.
Yeah.
To just go and do it. And I think it was good advice. And I lost that first match at blue belt, but I think it was good advice, because that guy he won the world championship at blue belt the next week. And you're not going to get to, pretty much everyone else who fought at blue belt after that was easy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to, you want to go in and test what. So there's lots of things to balance up. But don't put yourself off from acquiring that data. And I think it's just that, being honest with yourself. Really start to be honest with yourself. Say, do I want to be a competitor? If you do, you have to go and do it. And then you can readdress any. You can look at sports psychology. You can look at your game. You can look at fitness. You can look at nutrition. You can add all those things into it. But if you're not actually competing, all those things just go out the window. And also, if you don't make the step to sign up for the competition, your motivation just won't be there. Motivation's always much higher once you've paid your money and you signed up to go and do that. If you know that date's in the book, and don't unless it's absolutely necessary, don't let yourself back out of it. Just put it in there and commit to it, because your motivation level to do well will be much more heightened off that.